Pre-calculus, this is the last day of lesson 5.4. I'm going to show you 3 other problems that you're going to see in our last homework assignment over this lesson. Number 46, this is out of your textbook. It shows the following directions. Find the exact value of cotangent u plus v given this information. So let's start with what we were asked to find. We're asked to find the cotangent of u plus v. So the cotangent of u plus v is going to be the reciprocal of the tangent of u plus v. So I'm just going to write the formula now for the reciprocal of the tangent. I'm going to turn that upside down. Okay, then I'm going to go back up here to the beginning, and I expect you guys to show a graph of a triangle in the correct quadrant for each of these scenarios. So I need a triangle for angle U and a triangle for angle V. This right here is telling you what quadrant to draw the triangle in. So it says that angle U is between 3 pi over 2 and 2 pi. So I'm going to be drawing it over here in my 4th quadrant. If the sign is negative 3/5, I know this is 5 and this is 3, but because it's going down, I know this is negative. You'll know that this is a 3, 4, 5 triangle, but if you don't know the missing side, you're going to have to use the Pythagorean theorem to find it. I'm going to do the same thing for angle V. This one says it's in quadrant 1. It's between 0 and pi over 2. My cosine is 15 over 17. And if you do the Pythagorean theorem, you're going to find your missing side, and that missing side is going to be 8. I expect you to have this information on your paper that you submit on Canvas. If this information is not on your homework paper, in addition to the rest of your work, you'll be asked to resubmit it showing all of the complete work. Then I'm going to go in, and it says plug in the tangent of angle U. So I go over here, and the tangent of angle U is negative 3/4. And then it says to plug in, so that's that piece. I need the tangent of V, so that's 8 over 15. And then I need the tangent of U again, plus the tangent of V. You can use your calculator if you want, I don't care. Clean that up. There's your final answer. I do expect your answers to be reduced. The next type of problem I want to show you is verifying an identity. This is number 63 out of your textbook. It says to verify that cosine of pi minus theta plus sine of pi over 2 plus theta is 0. So if you watched my previous video over 5.4, I made mention of the fact that we don't have a distributive property for the trig functions. What you need to do is apply your formula. So this piece right here is using the difference formula for cosine. So I'm going to take it and expand it. Cosine of pi minus 0 is the same thing as cosine of u minus v if I'm looking at my formula sheet. So that's cosine of pi, cosine of theta, plus sine of pi, sine of theta. Okay, that's all of this right here. So this part is this identity expanded. Now I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to take this and expand it as well. So that's the sine of pi over 2 cosine of theta plus the cosine of pi over 2 sine of theta. So that's my first step. My second step is to clean up what I have. Cosine of pi is -1. Sine of pi is 0. Sine of pi over 2 is 1. Cosine of pi over 2 is 0. The terms that are multiplied by 0 add to 0 or go to 0. So I have negative cosine theta from here plus 1 cosine theta from there, and that does equal 0, which is what I was trying to prove. The last question I want to show you today, and this concludes lesson 5.4, is that with these identities, we'll also see them in equations that we need to solve. So this one says to solve over 0 to 2 pi. That means we will not add multiples of pi to our answer. We will just state the answers on the unit circle. First, I'm going to expand this using my identity. So cosine x cosine pi minus sine x sine pi. That's this part. Here's the rest of the problem. Then I'm going to clean up what I know. Cosine of pi is -1. Sine of pi is 0. Here's the rest of the problem. That goes to 0. So now I have negative cosine x minus cosine x minus 1. That's -2 cosine x equals 1. Cosine x equals -1/2. So cosine is negative in the second and third quadrants. So x will be 2 pi over 3 and 4 pi over 3. And that's it.